What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for coming back to A Dangerous Crusader Reacts. I am the Dangerous Crusader, or Brett Parks, whatever you want to call me, whatever. This reaction is going to be an interesting one. I saw this on CNN a while ago, and it's about this Oklahoma preacher who really takes it personally if you fall asleep or you don't pay attention in the church. Now, I have my own opinions about this and the way he approaches this. But you know what? We're going to watch it together, and I'll stop it when I feel like you need to know something. No, I'll stop it when I feel like you need to know what I'm thinking. Because a lot like this preacher, it's all about me. Not really. So let's get into it. Let's watch it.
There's no one responsible for you but you.
Jim Standridge has been the pastor at the Emmanuel Baptist Church for 24 years and is known for his impassioned preaching style.
Stay with me, don't quit me.
But when a member of the church fell asleep during a recent sermon, the Sunday service turned Sunday surly.
Hey, don't you lay your head back. I'm important.
Whoa, okay, so this guy, you can tell that it's all about him. Now, he's probably speaking truth. You know, he's probably speaking the Lord's word, but somebody was about to fall asleep in his congregation. Congregation, for those of you who don't know about church, a congregation is the group of people that listen to the pastor. They're basically the sheep, the pastor is the shepherd, and whatever. So he was like, whoa, hey, don't fall asleep on me. Don't fall asleep on me. Now, I'd understand if he said that in general, like, hey, guys, don't fall asleep. Here we go. Here's the point. I'd understand that, but he singled out one person, and then he said something that he should have never said. He says, I'm important. That's the way to be a pastor of humility. You know, all right, let's keep watching.
The whole incident was posted on YouTube as the preacher came down from the pulpit and proceeded to berate his churchgoers. First, a couple who had considered getting married there.
What makes you think I'd marry you?
Yeesh.
You're one of the sorriest church members I have.
Nope. There's so much wrong with this. What is this guy thinking? There's a verse in the Bible that says, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. And I feel like this guy is just like, let it rip. This is ridiculous.
You're not worth 15 cents.
He then apologized.
Stand up, big boy. Do you know I love you? All right, give me a little love.
The big
Heck no, bro. You know I love you? Hey, you better step off. You better get away from me. Right now. You're gonna see Jesus today, for real. Call him a big boy. You say you're not gonna marry him. You're not worth 15 cents. What kind of shepherd is this? This is ridiculous.
big boy was Ryan Underwood, who has since stopped attending church there. On Facebook, Underwood wrote, I was shocked and hurt to say the least. Like he told me, if I don't like it, I can leave. So I peacefully left and left it at that. But the sermon from Standridge continued as he reminded one church member of family problems.
You remember when I came here, Kelly?
Oh, no.
You remember where your wife was, where your sisters were? You remember where they were?
And even insulted the person videotaping the service.
You'd know what my heart is and my message is, and you wouldn't go about establishing your own kingdom in the video room.
Pastor.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Look at his face. Look at his look right now. He's looking right at the camera because he's talking to that dude. You know, people have such a perverted idea of what a leader is. Leaders, the best leaders are ones that can follow, the ones that serve. Those are the best leaders. I know there's a story about Alexander the Great, and they were building this bridge over the ocean. So I'm not sure the whole details behind it, but Alexander gave all of his men the day off because they were working so hard. But Alexander went out there and he was doing it himself, while all the other men were taking a break that day, having like a holiday. But Alexander was working on it himself, and that's what made him such a great leader, is because he had the ability to serve. And then once all of his people saw that Alexander was there building it and working himself, they all decided to come up and start working with him. And that's what a leader is. A leader isn't a guy that calls out people like this in front of everybody. Now, I don't know if his if his church is televised or anything like that, but I'm sure it's on the website. It's on his website, that church's website, and that's bad. This is bad stuff.
Pastor Standridge has since spoken out, saying he loves all of his parishioners, but he's not afraid to hold them accountable.
Most preachers would never do that, but I'm not most preachers. I do that a lot. If you were a member here, I might call your name out sometime.
Stay awake.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this real quick. If this were my church and I was a pastor at this church, number one, just so everyone knows, I never went to seminary. I don't have my doctorate in theology or anything like that. I'm just a guy being obedient to the Lord when I do these things. But if I were the pastor at this church, and it's with everything in work life, if you're coaching a team, if you're coaching your family, you don't call out a person in front of everybody. Especially a church like this, where this video is probably on their website, so there's people from all around the world that can watch it. If one of your guys, a member of your congregation, is falling asleep, you pull him out, you pull him aside afterwards, and you say, "Hey, listen, man, I see you're falling asleep. I really need you to pay attention." And give him some kind of encouragement. Say, "Listen, I'm prepping you to be a leader in this church. You gotta do that. You come to somebody personally and you talk to them personally. If they don't listen, then they don't listen. If they fall asleep, they fall asleep. Your job isn't to make people pay attention to you. Your job is to be obedient to Jesus Christ, and everything else falls into place. Some people, that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. This is a great example. You're there, you're the water trough, and all the horses are out there in the congregation. And if they don't want to drink, they don't want to drink. Dust your feet off and keep going." And this guy, and then saying he wasn't gonna, why would he marry them? And he's not worth 15 cents. That is horrible. And then he comes up after him and says, "I love you," and gives you a hug. This guy is, I don't know him personally, but looking at his fruits for this little video, it seems like he's pretty narcissistic. He's saying he's important. He berates a guy down to made him as small as possible, and then comes up and says he loves him. That's not how you do it. In my younger years, I would have probably been like, "Heck yeah, man, yeah, that's what you do it, you say it." But that's not what we're called to do. Especially somebody who's in your congregation, who's in your church, that has showed up. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but not many people have showed up in churches lately. And this guy's there, and you're gonna berate him like that, and then you go off to someone else, you just start scorch earth on everybody? That's horrible. This guy, he needs a freaking lesson in manners. He needs an attitude adjustment. And, this is a pastor that we should probably pray for. Not probably, most likely, definitely pray for. But, there are guys like this everywhere. And I don't know his heart. Only the Lord knows his heart. We've all made mistakes, kind of like this. I know I've made some mistakes when I was younger. But we need to pray that he repents of this stuff and he starts being more Christ-like. And I know that term's thrown around all the time. You got to be Christ-like. You got to be Christ-like. Christ, he went ham on certain people, but the ones that were following him, he never went ham on them in front of an entire like the 5,000 when he fed the 5,000 with 2 loaves and 5 fishes or whatever. He didn't go scorched earth there. He prayed to the Lord. He talked about the things that needs to be done. And this guy needs to take that tactic more. So that's all we have for today. Thank you guys for watching this. If you guys want to see this news video, I will go ahead and post it down in the comments. If you could, we would love it. If you like, subscribe and share this video. I just got the 300 subscribers. Now I'm trying to get to 500, and I'm trying to get it to 1,000 before April. Push this out to other people, and I know a lot of you in the comments are gonna call me a hypocrite and all this fun stuff. I don't care. I like you guys saying whatever you guys say. It's it makes me laugh. I'm like, you know what? There's one in every bunch, and you might be that one. But I'm not gonna call you out in front of everybody. All right, guys, be dangerous. Love God. Love people. Love you.